To me, what I enjoy about it is just being in a small group of people and just being able to play music that's more selective. And I mean, there's lots of great chamber music, and especially the Stravinsky and the horn concerto that we were able to play. You don't get to play stuff like that very often with the big orchestra, so it's kind of a really special treat to be able to be in a small ensemble with a few people and play great music like that.
I think this is fantastic for the students. It's fantastic for me because I get to play with an orchestra, which is really fun. For the students, it's great because they get to work with a professional, someone who's supposed to know what they're doing. And to hear how a professional would like to mold something musically, what they want to say, what they want to communicate, and the students have to respond to that. So it's really about, especially in a chamber music, smaller ensemble situation, the students have to be really sensitive in responding to a soloist's ideas and what they're going to do. So that's a great growth experience because it's not just following the stick, but it's really about listening and discovering new musical ideas that a particular artist brings to the table. And new sounds, like in this case, the natural horn, and how to balance and how to blend the sound with this particular instrument.
She's an amazing French horn player, and especially playing that piece on the natural horn was, I mean, it's quite the feat to be able to play that. And I mean, it was just a pleasure. She sounded amazing, and it was just really cool to be able to have a professional faculty member there with us.
I think I probably spent the first 15 minutes of my first rehearsal just staring at her trying to manipulate that horn, which is far more skill than I will ever have. Playing with Barry was also really excellent. It's great to hear his character and his voice. There's a lot of things that vocal performers can do that string players and other instrumentalists can't do, and we worked great together as a team. And Professor Habedank, of course, it was great playing with her on the harpsichord. It's so much fun. I don't think I've played with a harpsichord in a very long time, and made you really get into the feel of what that meant to be playing in that time period, surrounded by all of these traditional instruments. So it was great, and they're all very excellent team with the orchestra.
Dr. Belhansen is very fun to work with. He's very laid back most of the time, and he definitely holds the group to a high standard and wants us to achieve the best, and he challenges us with difficult repertoire. And it's always just a pleasure to work with him, and he has a great sense of humor, and always very fun to work with in rehearsals.
I mean, in many ways, his conducting is him singing as well. That's his voice. He's a silent instrument. He's the only silent instrument in the whole ensemble, but he has such an important role. And having him in that small setting, you really get to respect the delicacy with which he conducts. So it's been a unique experience on a small scale, seeing what it is like to conduct a chamber ensemble. It's much, much different.
This is really fun because I get to play with a small group of strings, which means that I get to communicate with them more. It's a smaller group. We can have more musical dialogue that goes back and forth.
The best part is just the repertoire that we get to play. It's just the music that you don't really get to play a whole lot in a regular orchestra.
It's the first time I've done kammer music, and it was a unique experience and very rewarding one to do so in this program.